Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm going to teach you one psychology trick to make your crush fall in love with you. You just have to stare her directly in the eyes and tell her you're going to murder her entire family. Oh, well, it didn't work? Well, I guess you're just not a psychology master like these people I'm about to show you. Jokes aside, I really dislike the people that are on psychology TikTok. They are some of the most egotistical and self-proclaimed geniuses I've ever seen. If you're looking for main character syndrome, you'll find it there. These people have this habit of acting like if they look into your eyes hard enough, they can find out what time of day you take a shit. And the biggest problem I have with these people is the psychology hacks they like to dish out. It's always like, if you yawn and someone else yawns, they're probably sleeping with your dad. Now again, like I said in my last video about psychology TikTok, these people might even have degrees in psychology, but it does not mean you're a fucking genius when it comes to this shit. Half of these tips and tricks they try to give people can easily be disregarded as common sense or just completely fucking stupid. I've already talked a bit too much about this, so I'll go ahead and get into it.
Wearing obvious labels of brands makes you seem insecure and like you need society's approval because you don't feel like you're good enough.
Yeah, no, that's not true at all. I like wearing Vans a lot. That's like one of my favorite brands to wear because of the style. I think it looks good. I like how I look in it. I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. The only brand that I can probably agree with is Supreme. That brand is probably one of the shittiest fucking brands I've ever seen. Their definition of style is just slapping the same word on a piece of clothing like 100 different times.
So what you have to do is master the art of insinuations, which is planting seeds into people's minds. So this has to be very subtle. You can do slips of tongue, which is starting to say something and then say, oh, never mind. And the other person will be like, oh no, tell me. And they'll be like, oh, nothing is nothing.
Most people I know, if we're to be put in this situation, would just say okay, because nobody's gonna pry it out of somebody else. There's no reason to do that if they're obviously uncomfortable with telling them something. And I would assume the point of this is to make people feel like they're not important enough to be told what they're about to say. And in that case, you just look like a piece of shit.
Relate to an insecurity that they have. For instance, if they're white and blonde, just say how much you love the way a Latino brunette celebrity looks like, and then just change the subject. This will create a little competition.
By poking at somebody's insecurities and proceeding to say that you like exactly the opposite of what they are, you're not creating competition, you're just making that other person feel bad. All this is manipulation and garbage fucking tactics at that.
Brief Thinking Psychology Hacks Part 17. If someone breaks up with you, agree with them and appear relieved. They'll second guess their decision.
I will never ever fucking understand this shit. I've heard people talk about doing this, and it's just not smart. If they're breaking up with you, they most likely have a reason. Appearing relieved just most likely makes it easier for them. Well, she did sleep with the entire football team, but she seemed relieved that I broke up with her, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, nobody's gonna think that at all. Someone even said the first one is a no, and she replies, it's not to get them back, it's about context, intent, and style. Have you ever felt devalued by someone or dealt with a narcissist? What the fuck are you even talking about? Nothing about the video even mentions anything about people being narcissists or just devaluing people. The whole purpose of the video was literally labeled as sneaky psychology hacks, so you're not exactly leaving the best impression on anybody. Somebody else said, this sounds toxic, and she replies with, manipulation and lying are a part of everyday life, babe. I swear, people that end their sentences with babe or love are the biggest fucking assholes on the planet. This is one of the most passive-aggressive ways to tell somebody you're an absolute dickhead. I can't even explain how many times I've seen a comment in like an Instagram section saying like, I hope your family dies, love, or have fun with your cancer, babe.
If you don't agree with someone, don't shut them down yet. Bring it back up when their defenses are down.
Yeah, of course they're not going to be prepared to argue with you because they don't care anymore. They move past it. At that point, it just looks like you hold a grudge and you're just annoying.
Here are some subtle clues that someone's probably a bad person. They say they're a good person. They say they have no filter in order to justify putting down people. They litter. They're rude to waitstaff. They talk about themselves endlessly but never really listen to you.
I can agree with all of these, except the thing is, they are so fucking obvious, anybody would be able to tell, like, anyone's a bad person doing any of these things. Like, all of these things make you seem like an inconsiderate person. That's super obvious as is. See, the funny thing about this video in particular is that there was a comment left on it that I found fucking funny as hell. It said, in quotations, I'm an empath, basically making fun of people who say that. And she replied with a laughing emoji, so she obviously understood that this person was making fun of these kind of people. The reason I found this funny was because several videos later she released this. And the comment that she left pinned on there was, "Who's an empath too?" Great way to call yourself out.
If someone insults you, all you need to say is this: "Are you okay?" It will throw them off and make them feel dumb.
You're a dumbass. Are you okay? Yeah, that's never gonna work.
3. If someone won't stop talking or let you say anything, drop something on the ground and start talking as you pick it up. You will interrupt them and they won't even realize it.
I think somebody's gonna realize if you fucking interrupt them. Yeah. Another fantastic comment was left on this guy's video, specifically by a woman who kind of does what I'm doing right now, but a little more professional. Her name is Ina Kanevsky. I think I pronounced it right, I'm not sure, but she said, "Not psychology, please find something you're qualified to do." So yeah, once again, this kind of just follows up on everything I say about psychology TikTok. People just act like know-it-alls when it comes to this kind of stuff. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I do. Like, I don't know shit about psychology, I don't have a fucking degree in it, I don't really care to learn about it, but it doesn't take a genius to know that some of this is bullshit. Especially with the amount of people that disagree in comments, it just kind of backs me up on that as well. Regardless, if you enjoyed my video, thank you for watching, and come back for the next.